So, the Mid-Semester Slump.
Okay, so fun fact, my mid-semester slump actually started at the beginning of the semester. It's very real.
I think probably what takes the biggest hit is like my appearance, general appearance. Like, I started off looking so fine at the beginning of the semester, like in shape, like you just got that summer bod going on and you're like tan. Like, now I'm just like pale, pasty, like I can't remember the last time I went to the gym.
It's been hard to find the motivation to just stay at the library for hours on end.
I never want to do my homework, and I don't think I've done any homework in like at least a few weeks.
As for skipping classes, yeah, I obviously never do that.
What is class? I don't know. I don't go, I just sleep.
I've done that so many times before, but skipping classes comes with consequences, so.
That class really isn't that important, I'm doing fine, so can just get a little more sleep. Maybe go next time, probably not, but.
If they don't take attendance and it's not within my major, I'm not going to it, especially if they post the slides online.
If I skip class, I either do other homework or I clean.
I pretend that I'm skipping class so that I can do my homework, but in the end I end up just sleeping.
I just want to sleep or watch movies or something like that.
It's definitely the best if you're trying to sleep, but not the best if you're trying to get an A.
Even this morning, just waking up, I was like, oh, such an effort. When it was like Halloween, when you have like the whole weekend of just going out to like parties like four days in a row, you finish that off and you're like, I don't want to do work anymore. I need like a decent break off.
Mid-semester slump definitely exists. So if you feel like you're in it, just embrace the fact that you're in a mid-semester slump and you will get through this. It'll soon be like 3/4 of the way through the semester. And maybe you'll have a 3/4 semester slump, but it's okay. It's okay, just keep chugging along, you got this.
This semester, UMass decided to give us a whole week off instead of just half a week or a long weekend.
I am so looking forward to the week-long break that UMass gave us. I think it was extremely stressful when we had classes on Wednesday.
I feel like it wound up turning into a week though, because every teacher like would cancel class regardless.
They gave us a week. They gave us a week. That's awesome. I didn't even know that. Yay! We have a week now. Thank you, UMass.
I'm really excited to go home for Thanksgiving. I miss my dog.
This semester has been long and has been very busy. So it'll be nice to go home and see my family.
My mom's birthday is right near Thanksgiving, so it's always fun going home and hanging out with her during Thanksgiving. We would just go out to see the Twilight movies when those were coming out. So I don't know, Thanksgiving has always like been a fun time.
It's that time of year where you just like, I can't wait to like be home and Netflix and chill every day. Probably be a lot more sleeping and a lot less seeing friends, because I don't really care what everybody else is doing anymore. Sorry.
Thanksgiving is just great food and family tension. It's pretty much my mom against everyone, I think, and the theme of it. My mom against my brother's girlfriend, mom against my grandma, and then me just like kind of trying to keep it tame on the outskirts.
My sister's boyfriend is British. Yeah, my sister, trying to make him like part of the family, has him make like British food for Thanksgiving, but he makes all this like gross stuff, and so this year I'm gonna try and make that not happen. I'm gonna try and stop all of the British food.
So I don't really particularly have a favorite Thanksgiving food. I just like all food in general.
I obviously like heard of it with a few like American TV programs and stuff. And even like Friends and stuff, obviously, like they have like the turkey and like the mashed potato, like cranberry sauce.
Mashed potatoes are the absolute best food.
Favorite food is definitely stuffing. It's like the most random one, I think, personally, but just like bread, and I don't know what else goes into it, but honestly, I don't know what stuffing is. That's always a nice mystery.
My favorite food is not actually on Thanksgiving. It's like, it's the leftovers. It's like the sandwich that you do with like the turkey and the like stuffing and the gravy and like the mashed, like all of it together. That's like, yeah, I roll with that. Like at UMass, when they have the grab and go, when they have like the Thanksgiving like wrap thing, I'm always for that. The turkey gobbler. I love that. Not as good as mine, but like.
I usually eat way too much, and I don't exercise during that week.
I'm probably gonna eat my heart out during Thanksgiving, pretty much. That's all I have to say.
So yeah, my mom and pretty much everyone else in my family, they love to ask questions that make me even more anxious about my future than I already am.
They always ask me about UMass, school, my classes.
It's going to be all about, what are you doing next year? Do you have a job lined up? Like, are you going to grad school?
The GPA 4.0, right? Like, yeah, somewhat.
New relationships, those are exciting. Very exciting, sarcastic.
The small talk that you have to make on first dates, it's intimidating. I hate it. Ew.
I'm like, oh my god, no.
New relationships? Do relationships exist at UMass?
Yeah, relationships are so labelless at UMass because it's so big.
I don't see many new relationships, more so like hookups. So it's like different. So it's like one night stands are like more common than like going out on a date.
It's like an individual thing. I guess like if you really want to make it work, you could. But I think it's just like each their own, really. I think in terms of new relationships.
We are entering cuffing season, aka get you a bae for winter.
I actually just read a Her Campus article on cuffing season. I was like, what the heck? Like handcuffing? I didn't know. I was like going to jail or something like that. I was like, what is this?
Cuffing season is when, you know, the summer's over, you know, it's cooling down, leaves are falling, the winter is coming, you know, the wind's blowing. It's cold. You want a snuggle buddy.
See, before cuffing season, like I've heard of scouting season, which is like when you just get into like the fall and stuff. So like scouting season is like where you look for potential days for the winter so you can keep warm.
Nobody's gonna be like going out all the time during the winter because it's just so damn cold. So you gotta like get a few people you can hit up on the daily to be like, yo, come over, snuggle, let's hang out, watch some Netflix, chill a little bit, because it's chilly outside, you know?
I would meet my new bae, my new boo. I think in class is the best way because you obviously have a shared interest. Like you can start off by maybe doing homework together and build that into a relationship.
I meet a prospective bae, normally through a mutual friend or, meet them in class, something like that. Seems low stress environment.
I would like to say class, but I've never known anyone to get their number asked through class. We should probably start to bring that back, but again, with the hookup culture here, you're not gonna get that.
If I knew how to find a bae, I think I would have one. So I can't give you any advice on that because I don't. So I don't use Tinder. Class, it's really hard in like a lecture hall, so I wouldn't recommend it.
I have used Tinder and like Bumble. I'll throw Bumble in there. It's like better than Tinder. If you're feeling like extremely thirsty, I think be all means like use Tinder. But like after sophomore and freshman year, I'm like not really feeling that level of thirst anymore. So I tend to like just do it through like I guess bars.
I joined more clubs and I tried to talk to people in my classes and on the street. No, not on the street. No relationships still, but you know, it's fine.
Yeah, good luck, UMass students, if you're looking for love. Good luck.
Hello.
I don't know.
That's so boring.
What? That's my blooper. I have no clue what's going on ever.
Oh no. Cheryl cannot watch this. She will be pissed. Oh no.